Hop out in that luxury, yeah, all black, can't nobody with me, yeah, nigga know it's so me. Got on red bottles when I stuck, they call me Bloody King, yeah, I done got another ring. Bitch, I'm already fuck, like what the fuck you mean? Living lavish, I got my whole Beijing, yeah, bitch gon' suck this, don't leave me waiting. Live lavish, live lavish, we live lavish, yeah, we live lavish. $100 million deals, I want the cash in the bank. When she suckin' on the she suckin' fat, it fantastic. Yeah. Hop out in that luxury, yeah, all black, can't nobody fuck with me. Yeah, nigga know it's so me. Got on red bottles when I stuck, they call me Bloody King. Yeah, I done got another ring. Bitch, I'm already fuck, like what the fuck you mean? Living lavish, I got my whole Beijing. Yeah, bitch gon' suck this, don't leave me waiting.
What's up, you guys, man? It's your boy RellToReal, man. Back in here with another video. Hey man, say man, hey man, it's your boy, man. RellToReal, y'all already know what it is, man. Let me take out the time to wipe this thing off for y'all, so y'all can see me real deal, real clear. You feel me? But we did have a package to come in. Shout out to my guy Box Chevy World. I told y'all, man, he ain't only for Box Chevy parts. He can get you some stuff. He a dealer for all these companies too, so y'all can definitely reach out to him if y'all be needing this type of stuff for y'all vehicles. But what we got here is a package already busted open. So what we have in the package, we have our chrome AC vents. So we have our chrome AC vents. So what I was gonna do, I was gonna rose gold them. I was gonna rose gold them and stuff, but the theme that me and Nick going with, I won't need these, cause I don't want, like I told y'all, I don't wanna play off the rose gold too much. Like, I'm one of them people, once you start doing so much, you make stuff cheesy. So I don't wanna do too much rose gold on that car. Majority of everything I wanna do, like I said, is probably the lock button, maybe the lock unlock or whatever, the door handles, the door handle key lock, stuff more in that nature, because I'm gonna have rose gold through the car, which y'all will have to see once it's done. So it's definitely gonna be tasteful and subtle. You know, I'm thinking about doing something maybe to the front of it, but I'm not sure if I wanna go with the Sandman design grill or a Tiara. I'm thinking more of the Sandman design, because I don't know if I want to do a Tiara on my car. I don't know, man. I'm just really not into the Tiara grill on my 75. I like more of that OG look. I like more of that OG look. But Tiara definitely adds some points to the cars though. I'm not gonna lie, you know, but I just gotta figure out which one I want to do. So definitely, hey, how you doing? Yeah, so I definitely want to figure out which one I want to do and which one gonna be best choice. But I think the Sandman billet grill is a dope grill, only if I can get it in chrome so I can powder coat it. But we'll see, man, we'll see. If it comes in chrome, I'll probably do it that way and get it powder coated in rose gold by Forgiato. I will have to ship it to Forgiato to get it done, or maybe the trim that goes around. We don't know. I don't know yet. So, but yeah, man, we got all 4 of them from him. So shout out to my dog Box Chevy World. Make sure y'all go follow him on Instagram, Box Chevy World _entertainment. and I think Box Chevy World. I think he got 2. It's 2. But you'll see it. Once you type in Box Chevy World, you're gonna see him pop up. Like, he real popular for the Box Chevys. He real popular for selling parts that you guys need for the Box Chevys. And he also have donk parts and stuff too. He come across G-body parts here and there. So yeah, y'all just hit him up, man. Or he probably know the person that you need to get in contact with. So yeah, make sure y'all go give him a follow. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets right now. We do have a ticket sale going on right now on the Cutlass that will, by the time this video go up, I don't know if this is gonna be a same day video or another day video. Just make sure y'all go over there and check out and see if it's a sale going on right now, because 9 times out of 10 it probably is, but 9 times out of 10 it might not be too. So but y'all will see, y'all will know by the numbers if it's a sale going on. So make sure y'all go tap in on the Cutlass, the 87 T-top Cutlass giveaway, as y'all see right here. Know what I'm saying? On them gold center things with the big lip in the back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, make sure y'all get y'all tickets, and let me go put some DEF in my truck. I gotta get a DEF delete. Right here at Allstate Transmission, over here with my guy Matt with the donk. And I showed y'all the vents and stuff earlier and stuff, so I'm gonna take that to Nick probably today as well, and chop it up with him a little bit. And I maybe take him the speaker box up out the donk, because he wanted the speaker box too, because I got to figure out if I want to make another speaker box or what. So we'll figure it all out, but let's run off in here and let's see what they got going, man, because we probably getting buzzed down right now, you feel me? So I'm gonna catch y'all once we get inside. Peace. All right, y'all, so we done made it back up into the shop, man. Just hollering at my guy over there. He up in the transmission room. What y'all see on the donk, man, we got everything bust down right now. So what I'm gonna do on this car, I gotta pretty much try to find me another wheel well, because I don't like this. And I was trying to get my wheel well painted, and they already cut it up because they had put wheels on here. And that's one thing I don't be liking, but some people do it, some people don't. I've seen a lot of these cars. Some people don't mess with it, but some people do mess with it. So, but yeah, it's getting the frame notch and everything, front and rear. And I gotta find another wheel well, because I want to go back with a factory wheel well. You know what I mean? So that's just what it is. And this one all bent up and like it's massaged in and all that type of stuff. Like, I don't know. But hey, it is what it is, man. We'll figure it out. But the front is bust down, and I gotta ship off this stuff, all this right here. I gotta ship off this to the brake company, because they want the spindle, this, that. They want all that stuff so they can have for the next person that orders for a donk. So they're making me their brake kit. They do it for Wheelwood too, but they came out with their own brake line, so I'm going with their brake kit. But as y'all see, man, everything is buzzed down. Everything on here is buzzed down. I told y'all I'm doing the frame up. So basically the frame, the whole full frame is gonna get not sandblasted, but it's gonna get sanded down all the way. And the bottom is gonna get sanded down all the way. And after it gets sanded down, it's gonna, everything gonna be painted. So as y'all know, the gas tank coming out. Yep, finally get to see the bottom of this joint. The rear end coming out. We're going with a whole new rear end as well. So all this is coming off. So if anybody need a rear end, or y'all need one of these rear ends, this is 10 bolt rear end. Will be for sale. And somebody did say they were regular shocks and somebody put the springs on them. They definitely just put the springs on them. And as I see right here is a hole in the muffler. Hole in the muffler. Damn. To be honest, this bitch is solid. You know, any car this old gonna have some little funky spots, but man, this bitch is solid. No lie. Underneath here is solid. That's why we taking out the transmission and the motor. As y'all see, got some little fluids and stuff leaking on it. So this gonna look like a brand new car up under the bottom. Gonna look like a 2025 up under the bottom when we done with it. Motor and trans coming out, all the suspension coming out, rear end coming out, full interior is coming out. Got some little stuff up in here going on. They took the skirts off, got the back springs off because he trying to get the wheels on, but the back wheels would not go on at all. And it's all the way down, so he can't get it past here to get the measurements. And it's a big cap, so they big cap wheels. And that's why I was telling y'all, he need the wheels to do the measuring. He need the front wheels to do the frame notching. Well, he don't need them to do the frame notching, but it's good to have them for the frame notching and stuff. So this is what he was talking about right here. So some little funkiness right here. PC, we definitely got some work on our hands. But I know PC good enough. Yeah, some little, this right here, crazy work. Crazy work. Seems like some bundo or something. Yeah, it seems like some bundo. But hey, that's something we gonna have to fix. It's all cool around here. But on a car this old, that's expected. So on a car this old, that's definitely expected. And like, you just can't listen to people when you buying out of town either. Oh man, a car ain't got nothing on it. It ain't got no rust. It ain't got this on it. It ain't got that on it. They be capping, bro, just to make a sale. But they knowing that stuff be on here, on these cars. But no, this looks like the only thing that's on the car that we're gonna have to address before paint. So, which you should already know that. But if you got a real paint man, he already know what to do. So, but yeah. It ain't gonna be a walk in the park, y'all. It ain't gonna be no walk in the park, but we're gonna get it done. I ain't scared. That's one thing about me, bro. I ain't never been scared. I ain't never scared because the rest of the car is good. You know what I'm saying? The only other little spot, let me see. I'm glad that just shut off. That thing is hella loud. I'm over here trying to talk over it. The only little other spot, like I said, is right here. Within the door, man. It's probably some little surface rust coming up right there. And just need sanded down. Just that little right there. That's it. So, like I said, this side is straight. Got a little bit of funkiness on it too. Yeah, got a little bit of funkiness on it right here. but this the other little spot. So, like I said, man, once we get that stuff knocked down, it ain't shit for PC to cut this shit out or cut that side out, put new metal right there. That shit ain't gon' come on, bro. That little shit, we ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that. So, but yeah, man, all in all, man, this thing looking real good right now. Definitely looking real good. I seen the little funkiness you talking about. Yeah. I mean, but that's kind of obvious. Yeah, that's kind of obvious that you'll have some little stuff like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, none of these cars are.
They ain't gonna be perfect.
They're all
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the shovel if you want to get the little broom in the dustbin.
Yeah, so he can just cut that little part out, put some more metal right there, and we good to go. Body work it in. But yeah, there go the skirts right here to it. There go the skirts, so like I said, these cars ain't gonna be perfect, man. We ain't getting no car that came off the showroom floor. These cars are old schools. They're old, so you make them new, and that's what it is. You turn some other person trash into treasure. All these cars start as junk cars, and they get worked all the way up until they the nicest things out there. Because I seen some stuff where people take a rust bucket and make it into a $300,000-$400,000 car. So, yes, sir. So everything gets broke down. Everything.
Yeah, so grease, so nasty stuff. It's gonna get really
Well, it's definitely broke down now.
Oh, no, it's fixing to be though. We can pull the motor and transmission out of it now. That way I can last pull the rear end part loose. We can put the wheels up underneath it and pull the rest of our measurements by this afternoon. It won't take him about probably 2 hours to get the motor and transmission out of it.
For real? Oh, well, that underneath that hood is kind of more cleaner than the other ones too, so
Well, there's just
it
a
ain't
lot
too
to it.
much. Yeah, it's not too much on that
Power
one.
steering hoses.
Yeah. It's really the fluids that's gonna take a little bit of time to drain. What's up, brother? You doing all right? Yes, sir.
On the exhaust, Carlos, we just drop it off one piece. Got bolts right here on the hangers. And then we take it loose from the manifold and we'll just take it off for one piece. That way it's out of our way.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put a new exhaust on there. That's what I was gonna ask you. Did we say headers or we say the
That's
manifold?
up to you. We can have the manifolds, sandblasted and recoated. Or if you're
Can we coat them black?
Whatever you want.
Okay. I think I like that black.
Black.
Yeah. On that orange, it'll look good.
Another thing that looks good is the factory is like cast iron, which is like a gray. Like
Or
a
that.
dark gray.
Yeah.
Because like the power steering.
Cause like right now, it just look like that little rusted look.
Crusty now.
Yeah, that crusty.
And like I said, colors is totally up to the customer. If we're talking in a way, it would have looked like OG.
OG.
The block would have been orange. The exhaust manifolds would have been cast iron gray.
Okay.
The stuff like the power steering pump and all those little accessories would have been black. The alternator would have been like the factory aluminum color. But we got you a chrome alternator, we got you all chrome pulleys, we got you all chrome brackets. So I think we'll just probably do the power steering pump black. Where it just kind of goes away.
Just leave it, yeah.
And then the manifolds, like I said, you can do them black, you can do them cast iron, you can do them like
I think with that
HPC
chrome, it'll
coating.
look good with that cast iron.
They have also kind of a, it's not chrome, but it's a silvery, kind of like the headers come.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that jet hot coating.
Yep,
So
yep.
those options are yours.
Okay.
So once we jerk the motor out, we're gonna get the motor on a stand, and then that's when, before we pull the manifolds and all that stuff off of it, we'll wash it first. That way the motor's still sealed up. Just spray it all down.
Okay.
Huh? What's wrong?
You put it near a header?
Well, that's what we're just talking about. I think we're going to manifold. The bolts are broken.
Not broken was. I broke it.
Gonna break it? Just pull it off. Whatever breaks, breaks. We can't help that. I would just get the big impact and just see, just let them break. Because we're taking the motor out, so
Yeah.
I think to fix the manifold, or maybe we'll put some headers, or we'll see.
They gonna break in the manifolds. They all break.
All the bolts gonna break. Well, we try to save bolts because whatever breaks, we gotta fix, you know?
Yeah.
So, but in this situation, it don't really matter.
Yeah, them.
I wouldn't.
I don't think I ever pulled out a car and they
get the
did.
big gun and break them.
No, need a cutter for the nuts. There's no.
Or some people like took their time and try to heat it up, but that takes so
Already
long.
rounded off. The nuts are. We got room to cut them. I got my long saw over there. Maybe it works. If it was me, I would just.
You talking about the transmission one?
No, the studs and nuts that hold the pipes up to the manifolds.
Oh,
Rounded off.
you might have to beat one on.
Yeah, we was in it. We'll just cut them. Whatever was fastest, Carlos. Me, I would use the socket and see if they'll break or they'll come loose. If they don't come loose, we'll cut them. But we don't need to waste a lot of time. Whatever's going to be quickest. But like if you look through here, get my hand up in there. Like see this little bracket right here?
Yep.
And this bracket right here, and the one on top, I got it all chrome.
Okay.
Yeah, so chrome alternator with all the chrome little brackets, all the chrome little pulleys, chrome water neck,
It's gonna look real good.
chrome valve covers, chrome spark plug wire holders. Just address it.
Yeah. Then when we ever pull it, shoot, somebody can buy it.
Yeah, you know.
Somebody can get it
At least
then.
it'll be, you
Be
know,
freshened up all the way.
I
Yep.
mean, she's leaking oil from the top to the bottom. I mean, if you look through here,
Oh no, I saw it. I even see up under the transmission
it's
now.
all crusty.
Yeah.
Excuse me, everything is super crusty.
That's why I was getting that little smoking once I fired it up for a little time. Yeah, it's coming at the valve covers. Yeah, it definitely was needing it.
So just, you know, breaking it all the way down and pulling everything out, you know, that way we can re-gasket the motor. I don't think there's anything wrong with the engine itself, because it really did run pretty good. But definitely. What about, hey Carlos, what about the one like for the strip nuts, the sockets for the strip nuts? We got a deep one, or it gotta be a deep one or no?
Yes. The other one is wrong.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so like I said, just get this thing down to just a frame and a body. Then I ordered, I thought you might want to do this, because this would be a good little deal if you want to come up here and do it.
What?
I ordered like some brushes that go like in a drill, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for the wiring. I did it on my Cutlass.
Yeah.
Where you just go on the frame
like
and all that,
I
out
ordered
the
you
bottom.
Like oven cleaner, you know what I'm saying? When you spray oven cleaner down real quick and let it set, and then you take those brushes. I got some cone ones, I got some flat ones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
We'll go in there and get all the grease off everything.
Yep.
And then I ordered some wire wheels for the big grinder.
Yeah.
That we can hit all this with and clean all this.
Yeah, because
We
I
already
definitely
scraped a bunch
did
of
it.
That's
I
what
did
all
it to
that-
my Cutlass. That's why I was so mad when it sat outside for 2 years.
Yeah.
Man, I took my precious time on that car.
That's why we had to scrape up all that stuff on the floor, because we've already scraped all the grease was on the
Yeah.
front. It was bad.
I mean, you can see it right here still a little bit. So, yeah, but it's coming together.
Two different sizes.
Yeah.
All different size nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, that way, you know, it's all cleaned up, and, you know, we throw some chassis paint on it, so when everything goes back together, it's right, you know?
Yeah, that's this aftermarket that's on here.
Yeah, this even got a catalytic. Somebody put a catalytic
converter back on it.
I don't know why.
Yeah, that was done, and put it into a Y. At least make it a dual. You're gonna put 2 pipes. But yeah, that's coming off anyway, because I run dual. It broke already.
I mean, look what's left of it.
Yeah, nothing.
There's nothing left of the stud, and there's nothing left of the nut.
I mean,
Which would you
our
prefer?
car is old.
Since you're going to do new exhaust, would you prefer just to put a set of coated headers on it?
I mean,
want the
I would
manifold
think the headers would be a great add-on. It'll look better,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, we can get some that's already got coating on them, and then we ain't got, you know, we just order some and boom, they show
Yeah.
We ain't got to send nothing out and have it coated if we do that. Because the thing that we need to get sandblasted and coated is the manifolds.
Yeah.
So if we're not refurbishing those, and we're not having
I
to
say
drill all
just
the
do
studs,
headers,
okay,
just to make it look a little more cleaner. Because I mean, we're gonna have the chrome pulleys on there and stuff like that. So.
Okay. Well, the biggest thing is you're getting new exhaust, so having to hook the headers back up to this exhaust would be pretty impossible.
Them donut gases and all that type stuff. So
yeah, if we do headers and you are going to do new exhaust, then that would be the way to go.
Yeah.
And I'll get them on my computer real quick, and I'm sure Summit's got something that fits this car, no problem. And we'll just order a set up, and that way you just bolt them right on and it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a frame up. How you looking at it?
It's called a frame on.
Yeah, frame on. Yeah.
So its body's not off, but yet frame does get cleaned up. It does get painted. Everything comes off the frame.
Yeah.
We'll also have the opportunity to clean the whole belly of the car real good with everything out of it.
Now another thing I thought about. We're dealing with these cars. Did you want to change the body bushings or leave that alone?
Man, it's a slippery slope, bro.
Okay.
So once we start unhooking the body and changing body bushings, if any of the body bolts going up into the body, the nuts are rusted, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, we worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It ain't nothing to do it. We can deal with that.
Yeah, I know.
But this time frame on what we have to get
we don't
done,
want to do that.
You know, originally we was just suspension and rear end and brakes. Now we're suspension, rear end.
No, because I was thinking about body lines, because I'm looking right here.
Oh, he's gonna have to gap everything.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that is just open a little too far to where they're supposed to be up, and that's probably why the car.
Part of it is the way the car is on the lift too.
Oh, okay.
When you let the car back down and the suspension pushes the frame back up, some of that will correct itself.
Will correct itself.
But no,
because it's convertible, everything flexing, right? Yeah.
That's why when you pull the body off these, it's really better to weld bracing inside. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they do.
So it's just like
it can be stuck in place.
With the time frame that we have, we best not get off on something that's going to throw us out of whack, because we have no margin for error.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like we got maybe three to 4 days, give or take, the way I figure it. You know, to deal with any problems that come up.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why getting the rear end measurements are so important. Getting the brake offset so important. And like I was telling you in the office, you know, when you don't have all the parts here to measure everything at the same time, you really got to be on your P's and Q's to make sure that we get it right, because we ain't got but one shot.
Measure 3 times, cut 1.
Well, we ain't cutting. So
we ain't cutting nothing. That's what I'm saying. They got to cut, so you got to get on the measurements
right. I don't
right.
think we're going to have to notch the frame very much in the back. It doesn't look like. Not like the whole thing.
Yeah, so you don't even have to notch the front, do it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think the wheels, the 26s are just really made for it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not no 28s or 30s.
No.
I don't think we're gonna have a problem with it. In the back, the only reason I said that is because, you know, the situation with the wheel width.
Yeah, like I said, we might get a little close right here in this area. Which is nothing to massage that in. But as far as like here,
you don't even think we gotta touch it?
I don't think so. Because
how much space you got from right here to here?
Well, that's what we're having to figure out. That's why we got to get the wheels up underneath the car.
Yeah.
Because the wheels are basically 3 inches of back space. I'm assuming that's a 7-inch lip and a 3-inch.
And a 3-inch inner. Yep.
So we got basically from where the brake rotor hat sits here in the axle. Yeah. We're 3 inches to here. And you would want to give yourself another 1/4 to 1/2 just for clearance on the back. So we're basically 3.5 inches back. But if you measure right now with this rear end, I think we're something like, man, 5 in the clear or something.
Yeah.
There's quite a bit of room. So how we check this is you come off the, and you have to also allow for the thickness of the brake rotor. But just off the axle flange, get this flipped around here where I can hold it.
Let me hold it.
But off the axle flange right now, we're 6.5 inches to the frame. So we've only got 3 inches of back space on the wheel. We're looking at taking 2 off, the maximum. So that's 5. And we are 6.5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we should have plenty of clearance in this area. The only place where it might start getting tight is back here. Because back here, we're only about 5, and up here we're almost 7. So we lose about 1.5 inches. About an inch. We lose about 1 inch of clearance right in this area right here. So we might, you know, cut this and move that in.
Yeah.
But I think up here and up here
probably be good.
But the biggest thing is getting that wheel sitting right in here and making sure that we have plenty of clearance to here. Because right now, this is why I can't get the wheel on the car.
Because how far it goes up?
Yeah. Because right now, we're 6.5 from the face to that lip. And the wheel is a little over 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking we're going to be somewhere between 1.5 inches and 2 inches, roughly. But the exact measurement I'll have here in a little bit.
Okay.
I just want to let these guys get all this stuff tore down and get the mess cleaned up. So, because I think I'm going to have to probably drop the rear end out from underneath the car and set the wheels like up in the bottom.
On it, yeah.
And pull a measurement just to be
just
safe, man. I really don't want to.
Yeah, drop it out and just put that on like a little lift or something and lift it up with the wheels on. Yeah, that'd probably be your best bet than trying to struggle with it up in there.
Well, what I can do is when I plumb bob it, I can get a measurement from quarter panel to quarter panel on the other side. I can get a measurement for frame to frame on the other side. That'll give me all my body and frame measurements, and then I can mock up the wheels sitting here on the ground. Like basically take the 2 wheels, you set them up like this on the ground.
Yep.
And then we can set this overall outside measurement, like from outside of this wheel to outside of the other one. Once we get that measurement the same as the body minus our clearance, then all you have to do is measure from here to here on the other one, and that lets us know 100%, you know?
Yeah.
Like I said, I can kind of get it really close, just like I'm doing it in the air, but that would be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
Like in the old days, we would take the rear end out all the way out from underneath the car. Just forget about the old rear end. And we would set the wheel up in there, get the wheel squared up. And
and then you measure and make your,
Yep. And that's how you know.
That's how I used to see them on Chip Foods and them do it. They used to just put the wheel in there and then measure and see the length of the rear end they need.
Tools for this type of work that bolts right on here. And you can actually take that tire and it holds the tire, and then you can move it.
For real?
Yeah, back and forth.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But it's like a $1,200 tool.
Yeah.
And I don't really do this enough every day to justify having it.
Yeah, that muffler got a hole in it anyway. Yeah, the muffler got a hole in it. Junkity junk.
Junkity junk junk.
And another thing is, I won't never be able to use them factory wheels ever again. Cause once them big brakes go on, it'll never be able to go over that caliper ever.
Nope.
So
you would probably have to have a minimum of a 22-inch wheel.
Yeah, for like roll arounds when they're going from shop to shop.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking about PC. I'm gonna have to go, but Omar be throwing a lot of them wheels away, but he might got some just laying around, some little bullcrap wheels that he can let me get or something.
Well, you know, 5-on-5 is such a common bolt pattern, like Chevy trucks and all that.
You can go online and just grab a set, probably about $400-500 for them.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
20
yeah, that's it.
Something, you know.
Yep.
So yeah, just anything, you know, where if you like keep one for a spare or something, you know, and try to get a tire that's overall about the same height as what you got. That way, if you did have an accident, you know, you got something that you can work with.
You want to take them through the brake setup that we got?
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome.
You want to look on the computer so we can show them?
Yeah, we can show them what it looks like.
Cause they don't know. They just hear us talking and smiling all the time when we talk about it. So, definitely dope, you know. And then it's a different company than what everybody else running anyway. But they still make them for Wheelwoods though.
Yeah, well, he started off taking Wheelwood parts and adapting. Oh, look what showed up. There's all your new front.
Oh, all the front suspension. Hey, y'all see it?
And tie rod ends, center link, idler arm, pitman arm, all that's right there.
Okay.
Excuse my desk.
The good stuff.
Excuse my mess. I'm hard at part quarter.
Oh no, your desk is clean compared to these shops.
So anyway, this is what I was showing you a minute ago. This is the 9-inch housing from Quick Performance. This is what we're going to be ordering for the car. We're just getting the final measurements together right now so we can put the order in. But basically this company, what's really cool about this company is they can do an axle in any configuration that you need. You can pick the housing ends. You can pick, you know, what bracketry it's going to be for like B-body, G-body, whatever. It's just a really knowledgeable company to work with. And since they make the axles, they make the housings, they make everything in-house, you can get stuff, you know, pretty quick. So that's who we're working with on the rear axle. So it'll be a custom built 9-inch to our length measurements. It will already have all of the bracketry on it for the control arms and the coilovers and the upper trailing arms. We will be eliminating stuff like the factory spring pockets because we won't be running factory springs. So they can kind of configure it just the way that we want it. So that's pretty cool. So that's who we're dealing with on the axle.
Okay. So he was explaining that, and we're gonna show you guys the brake system that we went with to put on that actual axle. So you gotta make sure that all the measurements correct for that.
So the company that we're working with on the brakes, they've kind of been around for a really long time in the custom truck world. And what they originally started doing is they originally started making custom brake kits for cars and trucks that nobody offered a big brake kit for. So they were using Wheelwood components like brake rotors and calipers, and then they would custom design all of the brackets to be able to put them on any car, right? So that's what they started doing, and they make other parts as well. But since then, when they had to start buying more equipment and more machines to make the stuff that they were making, they kind of figured out that we could start making more of these pieces like ourselves. So they now make their own brake calipers. And it's got their logo in it, or you can
get the Wheelwood option or their logo.
So they offer their kits with either Wheelwood parts or their own proprietary parts. And their stuff is just a little nicer. Like if you look at this Wheelwood,
I like theirs because it remind you of the Brimbos, the big Brimbos.
So if you look at Wheelwood, you've got this little screw-on cap that goes over the axle nut, and it's just got a little sticker on it that says Wheelwood. Their brake calipers are pretty normal for what you normally see. But if you look at their proprietary stuff, you get a CNC billet, you know, end cap that's got their logo in it. Their calipers are a little blockier, a little beefier. Their hats are a lot nicer because all of these hats are CNC machined. Has the logos in it everywhere. So just supporting the brand, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
He actually, when you go through and order all of this stuff, he gives you a little bit of a discount if you use his calipers versus the Wheelwoods. So there's like a $200 difference if you go with their parts. And like I said, their parts are a little nicer. But they, in the computer and CAD software, they design all of their stuff. And this is why we're having to send them the spindle and the stock brake and caliper off the car because they are custom designing all of this bracketry to put these parts, this rotor on that car and make it all work. So because he had never done a 75 Caprice, he's actually custom doing that for your car. So your car will have the world's first set of his brakes, period.
And, 16 front, 16 rear.
16 front, 16 rear,
The big boys.
Yeah, the biggest thing offered.
Definitely.
And to put that in kind of perspective, like, that's the same size brakes you find on Lamborghinis. That's the same size brake you find like on a Urus. You
the
know,
Urus, the big brakes. They look like a rim.
Yeah, it's good stuff, you know. And, you know, stuff's not cheap, you know. That's per axle, you know. So
per axle.
by the time you figure the 2 brake kits, one for the front, one for the rear, by the time you figure in a nice like Wheelwood master cylinder, you know, or whatever we choose on doing on that, you know, it's
gonna be up there. It's
I mean,
a
that's
bad.
the thing. You know, a lot of people, depending on how you're doing the build and what parts you're using, like this is the stuff that adds up quick. And these are just the big pieces, right? The chunky parts.
The chunky parts.
Brakes, rear end. Then you get into all the little stuff, like
the little stuff would add up past the big stuff sometime when you just putting it on.
I just have been working, as I've been working on your parts, I've been working on a parts list for my personal project too. And I mean, I think just in the radiator hoses, the heater hoses, the AC hoses,
that stuff get up there.
Power steering, hydro boost, just all the hoses underneath the hood of my car with the fittings and all the stuff, man, it's thousands of dollars.
Yeah, for real.
And that's just the hoses on the motor.
Yeah, I know.
That ain't the motor, that's the car.
And it depends on which hoses, because you go with them aluminum ones like some people
all
be doing.
We're doing on my cars, everything is black anodized, you know, so those are a little pricier, you know. And
if you get braided lines and
it's all braided, And then, you know, there's some connections you can't do with fittings. And then, you know, we start, like, this is some stuff that I'm working on where we don't use the hose clamps. These are special heater hoses, and then we have these special heat shrink clamps.
So, when you put the lighter on it and they shrinks it down.
And it seals everything up. So, like I said, there's just a lot of... That's what takes so much time, is just sitting down and going through, you know, all of this kind of stuff and getting the parts list together and making sure that you got everything that you need. So when the guys in the shop start working, they have everything
and just knock it. Knock it on out.
And that's what happens to a lot of shops. Like, you know, people go, I want you to LS swap my car, and here's my motor, here's my transmission. And the shop gets that stuff sitting in the car,
and then they don't have the other parts.
But then they don't have the wiring or the plumbing, and then you got to stop. There was a really nice
brackets
guy, really nice guy that came in here today. One of your subscribers that's been talking to me on the phone for about a month about you know, he's got his car somewhere and they're putting gauges in the car. It's already been swapped, and the car's been over there months. And the car's just sitting there, and like, you know, the guy's fed up. You know, he's like, man, I just want to drive my car. You know, like all you're doing is putting gauges. Why? You know, why have you got the dash out of my car? It's been 3 months, right?
3 months,
You know, so really you're making sure that you have all the parts for even if it's like a weekend do-it-yourself guy. Figure out what you're going to do. Make sure you got all the
stuff there,
and then you can actually get some stuff done. But when you want to wait till you're in the middle of the job to figure out what you need, and that's when
the problems happen.
That's when it turns into a 3-weekend, 1 month order.
And then it's gonna turn into a year, because now you don't have the time that you did probably then. You know how that go. It can be a domino effect sometimes.
So like I said, really nice people, very knowledgeable people. They produce a real high quality product. This company is not a big name company that a lot of people know. It's kind of one of them, if you know, you know.
Yeah, you know.
In the truck world, in the high end car world, these guys are, you know, they're rock stars. And,
I'm pretty sure everybody that has Dunks know about this company, because they have to get their Wheelwood brakes either through them or their other company. It's only them two.
Yeah, like I said, most people that are building cars, those are the people that know about these guys. But like your average person, they just know like Wheelwood or Brembo. You know,
or Quick Performance, order the kit from them and put them on. So
because actually it's funny, when I was talking to the guy at Quick Performance yesterday on questions about the axle, and I was telling him that we needed to clock the axle ends to move the brake caliper down to the frame. He was like, yeah, he said, you must be running 16-inch brakes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, as a matter of fact, we are. And he goes, you know, we're working on a kit.
For that.
So like now, like, all these companies are
now everybody trying.
That's what happens when something gets really popular.
Yep.
And companies realize that, hey, there's a lot of people buying these parts. Then they start making the parts. Same thing with like the ATVs.
Yeah.
Side by sides.
Yep.
You used to could buy.
Everybody making those control arms and stuff, the extended ones now.
Stereo stuff, you know, suspension stuff. So there has to be a market there for companies to invest the kind of time it takes to engineer stuff.
My friend had just sent me this down in Houston right now.
To clean car.
Man, I told him, man, I need them bumpers. Hey, let me buy them and we can swap out.
Is that a 75 too?
Yeah. Never seen it that cheap. Never seen one that cheap.
Looks like it has original interior.
Yeah. Bro, I never seen one that cheap.
Got a primer all on the quarter panels though. So you know the quarter
Yeah,
panels
probably
are
so.
Probably super rusty on it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean these cars are coming into their own money-wise for sure, man.
Yeah. But somebody gonna jump on this so quick, they don't even care about whatever's wrong with it.
Yeah.
That price right there,
It's a good price.
that's a real good.
But yeah, so these are the parts that we're working on getting, you know, on the way.
Yep.
Like I said, we've got the passenger side spindle and the machine washing right now. I just didn't want to send them something all nasty.
Oh yeah.
So we took it all apart, cleaned all the grease out of the bearings. We're washing everything. That way we'll put it together clean and dry, stick it in the boxes.
Put it back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gotta find a box. That little setup's kind of heavy, so we gotta find a pretty thick box, or we gotta figure something out
Yeah.
to get it to where we could, you know, get it to him.
I was gonna say, I thought about some little wood, but I was like, nah, then that's gonna be even more weight on it for
You know what I even thought about is maybe just taking a small tote, one of the plastic totes, and cutting a piece of wood and putting it in the bottom of it, and just put the lid on it and take the lid shut. And I don't know.
I have to send it probably through FedEx or UPS probably for that.
UPS.
Yeah.
Because the bigger you make the box and the heavier you make the box, the more it costs you.
Yeah, I know it.
And you ain't got to worry about breaking this. It's a piece of steel that we're not even reusing. I mean, the spindle's the only piece that we're reusing.
I mean, honestly, it can be a regular box. Like if I get some of that, you know, that brown like trash bag type paper bag and wrap it all up in that. But I probably can get that at UPS. They probably can help me box it up there.
Before you leave here today, like I said, we've got it all in the washer. I'm just letting it clean.
Okay.
And we'll pull it out. I'll dry it all off. I'll kind of reassemble it to where you got that piece to.
And I can just put it on in the box.
Ship it out this afternoon. Or first thing in the morning, whatever.
No, I'm gonna ship it out today.
But
if you got time, if it's open.
That just kind of describes, you know, what they're doing for us.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, getting all the, since we don't have these pieces, getting all the
V.
Yes.
And Carlos is putting in pole training.
You know, getting all the measurements and the specs and everything from these guys, checking that against the car, then getting all that information to call the axle company to get them to build exactly what we need.
What we need, yeah. Okay.
Like I said, you know, so with everything that we got going on, and make sure that we stay on timeline and everything, this is going to be the way that we're going to need to do it. This should give us a perfect result.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so.
Should give us what we want to make a good, solid, badass car.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it ain't gotta have the fastest motor and stuff
it ain't got no badass motor. But I mean,
it's gonna be a badass build once it's done.
Motor's an easy thing to change versus go.
I know, cause you know we is, cause I can't be putting around when all my guys and them got 1,000+ horsepowers and stuff.
Well, we got the foundation for a nice little motor for you, and like I said, we could, you know, we can supercharge it. We can do whatever. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a 6.2, so
yeah,
we can build it how, you know, the rest of the way however you want.
How hard it is to find 3.0s?
What you mean 3.0s?
3.0s like 427s and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got one out here, but it's for a customer. It used to be my motor, but I sold it to a customer. We're doing a C10 with a twin turbo
For real?
LS7 build. Yeah. That's coming up.
I really want to find a 3.0 for my dump. Because that's a big heavier car than my Cutlass. And I think that 6.2 would be good for my Cutlass.
A 6.2 is a pretty, I mean, that platform is the same thing that's an LT4. I mean, like, cubic inch wise, everything is 6.2. The only thing bigger than the 6.2 is the 7 liter, which is the 427 LS6 motor. But the thing about the factory 427s is they've got titanium rods, which if you want to put big boost on it, it's not recommended. The LS7 really was built as a naturally aspirated motor, high RPM, naturally aspirated, aluminum block, titanium rods, everything lightweight. So when you're building like just a big power motor, you really want a little more strength. Like you really want a steel block if you're not trying to shave the weight. You want, an I-beam or an H-beam, steel rod, or you want to go a billet rod, so that motor in factory form to start putting a bunch of power adders on top of is not really recommended. The one I got out here is a fully built one.
Oh, so they better off naturally aspirated.
Yes, they were really built to be a naturally aspirated motor. They are dry sump, so they've got the oiling system outside the motor. They're super lightweight and they're built to spin, 7,000, 8,000 RPM. So that's kind of what they're designed for. So buying one of those motors to then turbo it or supercharge it or whatever probably isn't the smartest idea. You can take a 6.2 and stroke it to over 7 liters.
For real?
Yeah, you gotta put all the cylinder sleeves in it, but you can sleeve all 8 cylinders and you can put a stroker crank and a stroker rod in it. And I forget exactly.
And that'll be better than getting one of the other, the LS6
that's a stronger version of the same size motor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, there are some cool.
Well, we might just dip off into that, man. Have some fun stuff on the channel, man. Take them through that process. That'll be a real good process to build something like that.
Building big horsepower motors like that is cool.
Yeah, so we working. They getting the engine and transmission up out of there. Just got the drag shaft off. Y'all see, muffler, old exhaust, rim about to come down. Now it's just fighting with the old bolts that's up in it to get them old bolts out of some of this stuff. So we working. They're taking the transmission pan and all that stuff out, so they can see what the transmission fluid look like. Painting everything. Oil pan, transmission, all that. Getting painted. The covers, everything. Transmission. Torque converter, flywheel cover. Everything getting painted. Everything getting touched, y'all. Everything getting touched. I don't think it's a brand new car once it's done. All the trim is going to the trim guy here. See, that trim wasn't cut on this side, but it's cut on the other side. So I'm probably gonna have to find me another trim for the other side since it's cut. Well, nah, because I see a lot of people say they redo it too. They fix the trim back to new, so probably just let them do it like that. Because this one look like they slid up against something, so it got a flat spot in it. But I think they can round it back out. Yes, sir. So we working. Transmission fluid coming out. The nasty stuff. Anything extraordinary?
Oh yeah, clutches.
Clutches.
Yeah, we might need to freshen this one up before we plug it back in there. So just put the seals in it.
Yeah.
Put some clutches in it, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. Last thing you want to do is we get this thing all done. You get out there and really start driving it.
And the transmission go out. And that's a thick spot that you just pulled over with your hand.
Just throw a couple bolts in the car, it'll be good. And now I'm gonna try to secure cables out.
See, y'all, that's why it's good to go through these cars when you building them like that too, because you get out there, you want to have fun and be around with everybody, and then your car the only one on the side of the road broke down. That's not a good feeling. Is it, Matt? You the only one when you should have done the maintenance on it, and
that's what you call no fun at all.
Man, out there having a good time at a car show, and then your car mess up on you. Right now he's taking the cross member out so he can get the transmission out. Yeah, them floors definitely solid. Definitely solid. Got like little spot, 1-2 spots right here, but that's I think bolts went right there, something. But that's just some little. That's the only little 2 spots that's on it. Only little 2 spots that's on it. Definitely a solid car. Other than them 2 little spots, this little quarter part, that little side part, and them 2 little parts right there. But all that's gonna get grinded down, and we're gonna put the coating on it. Probably tack that back in, sand it down smooth, lay some more metal right there on them 2 little holes though, if y'all didn't know what I was talking about. So yeah. Taking the bolts out the transmission so it can drop the transmission. So that's how you make everything nice and good looking.
Yep.
Like a dishwasher.
An industrial dishwasher is exactly what it is. Heats up to about 200 degrees. Mm-hmm. And then all these bars here have got spray nozzles, so it sprays jets of water here, and then it's got another one
up
here,
there,
and it's got another one that goes that way. So as the part turns, it kind of is able to wash it off on all sides. And then if you have small parts, you can hang them on this tree. And then if you got like really heavy stuff, like the big stuff that we do, basically you can spin this around here. You can pull this pin
and remove everything.
And then this whole tray slides out all the way.
Oh, that's dope.
Like an engine block. You can slide it out, use your engine hoist to set the block on there. Then this slides
back
all the way back in the machine. And then everything gets walked back in.
Okay, that's dope.
Let you turn it to get to
so you won't have to struggle. That's definitely look better than that other one that's way down there. So it definitely cleaned it.
Everything on this car is corroded.
Yeah. Years and years of build up.
Yeah.
And this look like all the factory stuff. It don't even look like this stuff been changed.
The back brake drums on the car
Uh-huh.
are original. They still have the factory stickers on them.
For real?
Yeah, but like all the grease that was in the bearings, like it's just bad.
Yeah.
The same stuff you see with all these old cars, man. It really ain't nothing. Yeah, like worse than normal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just it is what it is. Got one inner bearing. One outer bearing. Got one washer.
And a nut.
Nut.
That's it. And the brakes.
Have to do. I'm sure he'll appreciate it all being clean.
Yeah. The least we can do.
See, like, look here.
Uh-huh.
See this?
Oh my God.
That's how
That's
bad.
corroded.
That's how bad everything was. Let me grab some.
Golly.
Yeah, that's how bad
That's straight dirt
Literally.
oil.
everything was underneath this car. The whole frame,
Uh-huh.
like everything was. That's why we had to scrape the whole frame just to get that buildup off. And what sucks, people think, oh, well, you just sandblast all that stuff and it comes off. If you take that to a sandblaster, that grease like that,
Yeah.
the sand don't hardly get it off.
It don't even get it off.
It just makes it gooey and like even more ugly.
So that's probably why people dip them sometimes in that acid type stuff. But they said that acid stuff eat up the car too.
It thins the metal. You got to be careful
Yeah.
how long and how many times you dip it because it's caustic. It's it is an acid. So it is.
When I was watching the graveyard car stuff, man, they used to be so nervous to go and see the car after they put it in the acid.
I don't know what you're gonna get to it.
Man. Cause they were like, it'll eat up the good metal too.
I know guys back in the day, way back in the day, like in the 50s and 60s, when the car manufacturers were first running like NASCAR and stuff, they used to take certain car bodies and they would acid dip them multiple times to make the metal thinner to make the car
Lighter.
And those cars
That's
today,
crazy.
like if you've got a factory, what they call a lightweight car, where they acid dipped all the metal on the car, and you can tell too, like when you walk up to them, like they're
It'll
like
flex,
a beer
like,
can,
yeah.
like, I mean, it looks like the same car, but you'd be surprised how many hundreds of pounds they can
In the
shave off
shed
the car just by
Acid
no,
different.
acid dipping and thinning the metal. Also,
That's
drilling
crazy.
holes and stuff, taking weight out where you can. Everywhere you look, there's another big hunk of something.
Well, good thing we're not using that stuff no more anyway.
Well, that's the stuff like when you are having to reuse all these parts. This is the part that takes.
The longest.
It's like you got a customer, like we're breaking a car down. And you go, yeah, we got, 10 hours.
Yeah.
And they look at the car and go, 10 hours doing what? Well,
Yeah.
you said you wanted all this stuff powder coated.
Yep.
Or painted,
Clean, painted,
So
yep.
You're literally paying a guy to sit here with, when
And
you
do
have-
that all day.
When you have the big washers and stuff, it obviously does
It
a lot of
helps.
the grunt work.
Yeah.
But you still have to do this.
Go
kind of
through and
stuff.
manually do it yourself too.
Like these pieces have
Because
been-
it ain't gonna get everything.
This pieces have been in the washer like 3 or 4 hours, and I still pulled it out and scraped that much off of
Yeah.
it. So I mean, like that crap is just everywhere. Crap is just everywhere. But all right, this is all cleaned up. This is ready to box
Okay.
up to get to them.
All right, well, I'll probably just put it in the truck, and I'll just probably box it up maybe when I get there.
If you want to, when you get ready to leave, just pull down here.
Uh-huh.
You know, we got to carry it so far.
Okay.
It's heavier than you think.
Oh, I know. I know.
Yeah. So anyway, there's
For
all
sure.
that, and then we won't have to. We'll save all this stuff because we're not putting the seals back in or any of this stuff, and we got to do something about these caps, and so we'll.
So you seen how that was over there? That the one that they got on the new rotor. You see how I got that new middle part on it? So you probably don't even need that.
Well, probably not, but I don't throw nothing away.
Yeah, just to know.
Because it'd be like, okay, well, it's got everything, but you got to use your old nut. Or you got to use the old washer.
Yep.
I have no idea.
Yep.
First time.
Until you know. Until we get it.
Break, so we're not going to leave nothing to chance. William, if you would put all that back there with the other car stuff. On that Ford F-150, did you reset the computers on?
Yes.
Drive it and all that?
Yes.
All right, he's still over there. He draining the oil now. About to get ready and lift the motor up out of there.
Wire's done on? Yeah, the wire's there. I left. I use those.
Yeah, he draining the oil now.
Batteries.
There you go. Radio in there. For y'all that didn't see. I put it in so you can pull it out. I got some old clamps. Oh man, on the hoses. No, this thing is 1975. Oh shit, the hose, it broke. The hose broke. Oh, that's a bad hose there. Dry rotted. That's crazy. Hose broke on it. Yeah, so he finna get ready and pull the motor. I'm probably not gonna be up here for this process because I gotta get this this rotor and brake set up, shipped out to the brake company that's making my brakes. So let's get to it, and we'll come back another day and get another update for y'all, man. But I hope you guys enjoying the content on the Don't Build, because definitely a lot more to come. You feel me?
2 hours later.
All right, y'all, so we done made it to the end of this video, man. Make sure if you guys haven't gotten y'all tickets, man, for the 1987 T-Top Cutlass, we do have a $800 giveaway going on right now as we speak, man. First 100 people to enter the 87 Cutlass today, starting today, man, as you guys see this video, will be entered for a chance to win $800. So make sure you guys get y'all tickets, man. And we only have like 10 days left before this giveaway is over, man. Next weekend, giveaway will be over. So this is y'all last time to get y'all tickets, man. Yes, sir. This is the last weekend. Then next weekend, we're giving it away. So yeah, so make sure you guys get y'all tickets right now. Don't miss y'all chance. You feel me? And we're gonna catch y'all in this video. Y'all already know what time it is. Your boy, hey man, say man, hey man, it's your boy, man, RellToReal, man. If the like button, that subscribe button, that share button, go ahead and bust it down, man. I'm out here like last year. Peace.
She popped the sand.